You know that feeling, right? The one where you walk into a room, sense a subtle shift in the atmosphere, but can't quite pinpoint why? Or maybe you've been the person in that room, observing, unnoticed, holding a secret that could genuinely change everything. We often miss the most crucial details because we're only looking at the surface, at what's loud and obvious. But what if the quiet observer, the one blending into the background, actually holds the key to unlocking extraordinary potential? This isn't just a story. It's a powerful reminder that true value often hides in plain sight, and that quiet observation can be one of the most potent forces for change. Today, we're diving into the compelling journey of Alara Vance, a woman the corporate world had entirely overlooked, but whose very invisibility became the unexpected catalyst that saved a sprawling tech empire from the brink of collapse. Her story isn't just about rising from the shadows. It's a profound testament to the hidden worth within each of us and the quiet power of unwavering integrity. Imagine feeling that quiet frustration, that sting of being underestimated day after day. But what if, in those very moments of being invisible, you were actually accumulating your greatest strengths, building a silent arsenal of insights? Alara felt that frustration, that quiet hum of unseen potential. But instead of letting it defeat her, she transformed it into her greatest advantage. So, who are you overlooking in your own orbit? Because in a world obsessed with attention and flashy titles, Alara's story at EtherCorp will prove that sometimes true power resides in the most unexpected places. Have you ever felt like you're completely invisible? Like your work, your insights, your very presence just fades in the background? Imagine a sprawling tech empire, EtherCorp, a titan built on cutting-edge innovation, yet now teetering on the precipice of disaster. And the one person who could truly save it? She wasn't in the gleaming C-suite offices. She was deep within the company's forgotten past, in the vast, dusty archives, meticulously organizing records that few ever bothered to look at. Meet Alara Vance. Her official title was Night Shift Data Archivist, a role most considered a dead end, a place where ambition went to quietly expire. But Alara wasn't just filing documents. She was a born observer, with an almost photographic memory for detail and an uncanny ability to connect seemingly disparate pieces of information that no one else ever saw. While the bustling daytime operations focused on tomorrow's tech, Alara, in the quiet solitude of the night, was piecing together the true story of EtherCorp, both its triumphs and its silent cracks. A massive crisis was brewing. EtherCorp had staked its future on Project Chimera, a revolutionary AI built on deciphering an ancient, obscure language discovered in rare archaeological finds. The lead linguist, Dr. Eris Thorne, a renowned but eccentric scholar, had mysteriously vanished, taking with him the master key to the translations. Without him, the project and a multi-million-dollar partnership with the prestigious Kyoto Tech Group hung by a thread. Panic rippled through the executive floors. Alara felt a profound sense of solitude in her work. The hum of the servers, the rustle of old paper, these were her companions. Yet, there was a quiet satisfaction in her meticulous process. She saw the patterns, the inconsistencies, the hidden narratives within the company's history. She knew the value of what she did, even if no one else recognized it. Her meticulousness wasn't just a duty. It was a deep-seated passion, almost a puzzle she couldn't resist solving. She often found herself wondering, does anyone else see what I'm seeing? When the crisis hit, she felt a strange, inexplicable pull, a deep connection to the problem, as if fate had prepared her for this very moment. It was a frustration, a quiet hum of unseen potential. But instead of letting it defeat her, she transformed it into her greatest advantage. What if the solution to a multi-million-dollar problem wasn't found in a high-tech lab, but hidden within dusty old files, waiting for the right eyes to see it? What if the very person everyone overlooked held the key? So, consider this. Are you missing the unseen architects in your own environment? The ones working diligently behind the scenes, whose quiet contributions form the bedrock of your success. While despair began to spread through the executive hallways, a tiny glimmer of hope began to emerge from the least expected place, a glimmer that only Alara, the quiet observer, could truly perceive. Desperation has a way of revealing hidden truths, doesn't it? When Ether Corp faced utter collapse, with the Kyoto Tech Group deal hanging by a thread, the CEO, Mr. Sterling, a man usually composed, was visibly shaken, willing to grasp at any straw. And that straw, surprisingly, was Alara Vance. The crisis had spiraled. Deadlines loomed, and every expert had hit a wall. In a moment of quiet courage, born from genuine concern for the company she had come to know so intimately, Alara tentatively approached Mr. Sterling. With a soft, clear voice, she revealed a secret. She could decipher the ancient language. She didn't just understand it. She had spent years studying it as a personal passion, an obscure hobby fueled by rare historical texts she'd found in forgotten library corners. She had even managed to piece together fragments of Dr. Thorne's missing work, driven purely by intellectual curiosity during her night shifts. Marcus Thorne, Mr. Sterling's sharp-suited, intensely ambitious executive assistant, immediately scoffed. He was everything Alara wasn't: loud, dismissive, and utterly convinced of his own superiority. Mr. Sterling, with all due respect, he sneered, glancing dismissively at Alara. A night archivist? Are we truly this desperate? Someone whose job is to file papers can't possibly possess such specialized knowledge. He was a firm believer in hierarchy, in titles, and Alara had neither in his eyes. Alara felt a strange mix of fear and quiet resolve. Her heart pounded, but her voice remained steady. This was her moment, not just to save Ether Corp, but to validate years of unseen effort to prove her own worth. The scorn in Marcus's eyes fueled a quiet fire within her. She silently told herself, they will have to look again. Marcus, blinded by his arrogance, couldn't fathom that someone like Alara, without a prestigious degree or a corner office, could possess any real value. Yet Mr. Sterling, a man with a surprisingly keen intuition for character beyond credentials, saw something in Alara's calm demeanor and steady gaze. Against Marcus's vehement protests, he made a difficult decision. He would give Alara a chance. It was a leap of faith, born out of sheer desperation, but a leap nonetheless. Sometimes the greatest leaps of faith yield the biggest rewards. It's when we're pushed to the brink that we find the courage to trust the unexpected, to see potential where others only see limitations. With a fragile opportunity in hand, Alara stepped into the most critical meeting of Ether Corp's history. No one knew that she not only carried invaluable knowledge, but also another, far deeper secret, quietly waiting for its moment to surface. Marcus Thorne thought he had Alara pegged, but he had no idea that during all those invisible months, Alara had not only been deciphering ancient languages, but also quietly unraveling Ether Corp's darker secrets, especially those belonging to Marcus himself. The stage was set, but not for the performance they expected. The air in the boardroom was thick with tension. The Kyoto Tech Group delegates, led by the astute Mr. Tanaka, sat across the table, their patience noticeably wearing thin. Millions, if not billions, hung in the balance. Then, Alara began to speak. Her voice, initially soft, grew clear and confident as she translated complex ancient texts into precise, nuanced English. She didn't just translate words. She conveyed the cultural subtleties, the philosophical underpinnings of the language, astonishing the Japanese delegation with her profound insight. It was a flawless execution, a masterclass in cross-cultural communication. Mr. Tanaka leaned forward, a rare smile gracing his lips. He was deeply impressed, but Marcus couldn't stand it. The spotlight was on Alara, not him. He saw his carefully constructed power slipping away. With a smug, condescending tone, he interjected, "While Ms. Vance's efforts are admirable, I feel it's important for our esteemed guest to understand her unique position within Ether Corporation. She is, after all, simply our night shift archivist, not a trained executive or an official linguist." He expected a collective gasp of disapproval from the hierarchy-conscious Japanese. But Marcus had miscalculated. Mr. Tanaka, a man of profound wisdom and a deep respect for true merit, didn't react as expected. Instead, he simply nodded, then looked directly at Alara, his gaze conveying a silent understanding. "Ah," he said slowly, "an archivist, someone who understands the very foundations of information. We value those who know the intricate details, the quiet truths. Titles are merely labels. Integrity and genuine knowledge are the true currency." The air instantly shifted. Marcus's face fell, his smugness replaced by dawning horror. Unbeknownst to Marcus, Alara's quiet existence in the archives had given her unprecedented access to the company's inner workings. Her meticulous nature extended beyond ancient texts. Over the past 3 years, she had silently compiled a detailed dossier of Marcus's unethical practices, backdating documents, manipulating financial data for his own gain, subtly sabotaging colleagues to climb the corporate ladder, and even suppressing critical information about Project Chimera's original vulnerabilities. She hadn't done it out of malice, but out of an inherent need for truth and order, a quiet alarm bell ringing in her mind every time she saw a discrepancy. It's like when you've been working tirelessly behind the scenes, honing your craft in the shadows, and then, when a moment demands it, you step into the light and effortlessly shine. That's what Alara did. She wasn't just performing. She was revealing years of dedication and quiet observation. Don't ever underestimate the power of integrity and quiet diligence. With undeniable evidence in hand and a newfound trust from Mr. Sterling and the Kyoto Tech Group, Alara was ready for a final confrontation. It wasn't just about saving EtherCorp. It was about reestablishing a new standard for fairness, merit, and the true value of every individual. The truth, like a relentless river, always finds its way to the sea. And for Marcus Thorne, that sea was a reckoning. An emergency board meeting was swiftly convened. The atmosphere was thick with anticipation. Mr. Sterling, now firmly allied with Alara, opened the floor. Then, Alara, composed and resolute, presented her meticulously compiled evidence. Her detailed documents, cross-referenced notes, and timelines exposed Marcus's long pattern of misconduct with devastating clarity. She didn't exaggerate or gloat. She simply presented the facts, allowing the truth to speak for itself. The evidence didn't just incriminate Marcus. It also highlighted systemic vulnerabilities within EtherCorp that had allowed such behavior to flourish. The board, initially stunned, soon erupted in a mixture of anger and regret. The outcome was swift and unequivocal. Marcus Thorne was immediately terminated and faced pending criminal investigations for fraud and sabotage. His carefully built house of cards crumbled overnight. Alara Vance, the unseen architect from the archives, was not just thanked. She was offered and accepted the newly created position of head of global data strategy, a role designed to leverage her unique observational skills and deep understanding of EtherCorp's intricate data landscape. This was a moment of profound justice, a victory not heralded by trumpets, but by a quiet, deeply satisfying sense of equilibrium. Alara hadn't sought revenge. She had simply sought truth and recognition for true value. Her ascent wasn't just a personal triumph. It was a powerful testament to the enduring strength of perseverance, integrity, and unwavering belief in oneself. The feeling was palpable, a new beginning, a brighter future, not just for Alara, but for the entire culture of EtherCorp. 6 months later, EtherCorp was thriving. Alara, in her new role, not only solidified the crucial partnership with Kyoto Tech Group, expanding into new lucrative markets, but she also initiated an internal Hidden Gems mentorship program. This program was designed specifically to seek out and nurture other invisible talents within the company. The quiet innovators, the diligent problem solvers, the ones who, like her, might otherwise be overlooked. Marcus, on the other hand, faced severe financial ruin, legal battles, and became a pariah in the corporate world, a stark contrast to Alara's quiet, ascending star. Alara Vance's story isn't just a modern fairy tale. It's a powerful reminder that true value often lies hidden beneath the surface, in the quiet corners we rarely notice. It challenges us to look beyond the titles, beyond the superficial, and to recognize the greatness that often resides in humility. Who knows? Perhaps you, or someone you know, is an unseen architect, just waiting for their moment to shine. Remember, quiet observation, unwavering persistence, and unyielding integrity are the true superpowers in our world. If Alara's story resonated with you, if it made you think differently about the people around you, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more inspiring stories of unsung heroes. And I'd love to hear your thoughts and your own experiences in the comments below. Let's build a world where everyone's true value is seen and celebrated.